Hello? Hello again. Can you say it? Hi, Christina, can you see it?
Yes, I can see it.
Yes, so great. Today we will go ahead with another, let's check it. Hello, Jean, are you still with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Thank you. And we will start from here. Yeah, Christina, you please to lead us to read it.
So your self structure is made up of many little conditioned subprograms or little bosses. One little boss that craves food, another craves money, another status, position, power, sex, intimacy. Another wants consciousness or attention from others. The desires are literally endless and can never be satisfied.
Yes. So your time, please, Jim.
Okay. Your self structure is made up of many little conditioned programs or little bosses. One little boss that craves food, another craves money, uh, another status, position, power, sex, intimacy. Another wants consciousness or attention from others. The desires are literally endless and can never be satisfied.
Yes, thank you so much.
Oh.
Yeah, I will read it. Your self-structure is made of many little conditions, subprograms, or little bosses. One little boss that craves food, another craves money, another status, position, power, sex, intimacy. Another wants consciousness or attention from others. The desires are literally endless and can never be satisfied. So this paragraph is it says something about the self structure actually have the similar meaning to your body or your present. Yeah, if you see the film about Matrix, you know our body are made of many little subprograms. And if you observe your thoughts and all the mind, you can find out, there are so many little bosses. You can see what kind of bosses. And one is say they like some food, they want some food to eat, and another say they want more money, maybe to make a better life. And some other statues, another statues sometimes such as the position and power. Position means something about your renown, and the power and the sex and the intimacy. Sex, in the last something about the opposites, gender. On intimacy also, like sometimes you would like some friend get close to you, and another one is your mom, the love from your mom, your dad, or your close relatives. So in that way, actually, you can see, and also it always happens to the children, you see. Another wants consciousness or attention from others. Maybe not only the children, but also the adults also, wants more attention from consciousness and notice from others. So that's it. And you see, the self structure, if your body, you think the body is yourself, and there's so many problems happen. Yeah, you see, need food and need money and need statues, because all are related to our self structure, and sometimes to the body and sometimes to them mind, the mental desires. So this is the body related issue. Now let's go ahead with the law. So in conclusion, it says the desires are literally endless and can never be satisfied. We never satisfy. We can never satisfy the desire for food. You see, if you eat something and then you will get hungry and then eat and hungry always all the time you just in this circle and cannot be satisfied. If you said you have the food, you get the food, you will never need, there is no need for you to eat anymore. But next time if you get hungry and you eat more, so in that way it says this is the not food issue, this is the desire issue cannot be satisfied all the way. So let's go ahead with about self-improvement. Christina, you please to lead us. Go ahead.
So we spend a lot of our time and energy decorating our prisons, succumbing to pressures to improve our masks, and feeding the little bosses, making them more powerful. Like drug addicts, the more we try to satisfy the little bosses, the more we end up craving. The path to freedom is not self-improvement or somehow satisfying the self-agenda, but it's a dropping of the self's agenda altogether.
Yes, perfect. And your time, Jim, you please.
Okay. We spend a lot of our time and energy decorating. We spend a lot of our time and energy decorating our prisons, succumbing to pressures to improve our marks, and feeding the little bosses, making them more powerful. Like drunk ideas. The more we try to satisfy the little bosses, the more we end up craving. The path to freedom is not self-improvement or somehow satisfying the self's agenda, but is a dropping of the self's agenda altogether.
Yes, perfect.
Thank
And
you.
your time, Aline. Hello, welcome you back.
Yes, I'm here. Okay. We spend a lot of our time and energy decorating our prisons.
Let's check it together. I'm not sure.
Yes, succumbing.
Let's check it together. No worries. Succumb. Yes, succumb.
Succumb.
Yeah, succumbing.
And succumbing. Yeah, succumbing to pressures to improve our mask and feeding the little bosses and making them more powerful, like a drug addicts. The more we try to satisfy the little bosses, the more we end up craving. The path to freedom is not self-improvement or somehow satisfying the self's agenda, but it's a dropping of the self agenda altogether. Yeah,
Perfect.
thank you.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And so I will do it. So Jin, have you read it? Have you read it already?
Okay. We spend a lot of our time and energy decorating our prisons, succumbing to pressures to improve our marks,
Yes.
mask, our mask, and feeding the little bosses, making them more powerful. Like drunk, I, I, addict, addict 是吧？addict.
Addict. Yes.
Addict. The more we try to satisfy the little bosses, the more we end up craving. The path to freedom is not a self-improvement or somehow satisfying the self's agenda, but is a dropping of the self agenda altogether.
Perfect. Yeah, thank you so much. I will read it. We spent a lot of our time and energy decorating our presence. Yes, decorating our presence. Succumbing to the pleasures to improve our masks, and feeding the little bosses, making them more powerful. Like drug addicts, the more we try to satisfy the little bosses, the more we end up craving. The path to freedom is not self-improvement or somehow satisfy the self's agenda, but it's a dropping off the self's agenda altogether. But it's a dropping off. You can see, just give up. A dropping off self's agenda altogether. So yeah, that's it. And hello, Grace, you come, right? Is it convenient for you to read it, this paragraph?
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah. We spend a lot of our time and energy decorating our prison. 这个字怎么读
Succumb.
Succumb. Succumbing to pressure to improve our marks and feeding little bosses, making them more powerful. Like drug这个字怎么读
Addict.
addict 对吗？ Addict, the more we try to satisfy the little bosses, the more we end up craving. The path to freedom is no improvement. Self-improvement or somehow satisfying. That right?
Yes, satisfy
the self agenda, but it's a dropping of the self agenda altogether.
Wow, perfect.
Yeah.
That's it. Thank you so much. Yeah, we can see that we spent a lot of time and energy decorating the presents. Actually, it is right, especially the women, and they also use lots of money and time to, yeah, especially to make up and to have some hairstyles and in that way, and also spend a lot of money to buy clothes, and they like clothes and shoes in that way. Succumbing to the pressures to improve our masks. Succumbing, you can see succumbing. We need to know the form. Succumbing. You see succumbing and just keep silent and succumbing.
succumbing.
Succumbing, you can see and be attempted to cannot fail to do something and be attempted to succumbing to pressures to improve our masks. And yeah, masks is also means our body, our faces, and our form, substance form, and feeding the later bosses, making them more powerful. So why more powerful? Just like the little bosses, if you give some energy, if you subdue to, if you are subject to that kind of bosses, and the bosses are becoming more and more bossy, and they are more and more powerful because just for you gave it the energy, the power. Like drug addicts, the more we try to satisfy the little bosses, the drug addicts, actually they cannot be satisfied. They eat more and more. They need more and more, and they spend lots of money to buy such kind of drug. The more we try to satisfy the little bosses, the more we end up craving. So end up craving, it means that we gain a lot more craving. Yes, what a bad result. The path to freedom is not self-improvement. The path to freedom is not self-improvement or somehow satisfying the self's agenda, but it's a dropping of the self's agenda altogether. And the path to freedom, it means that you need to change, you need to improve yourself, you need to do something else. Actually, no need. Just a dropping, you can see, a dropping of the self's agenda altogether. A dropping, it means leave behind something. And in the Shurangama Sutra, there is a saying about such kind of thing, because you see, the more we satisfy, we try to satisfy the little bosses, the more we end up craving. It means it just like 眼弱打弱的狂性. If it's a dropping of the self's agenda altogether. 如果是我们 dropping 是放弃丢弃的意思 yes, just stop. If we stop it, everything is gone, and you will never need to satisfy it, and you will achieve the highest enlightenment at last. You are established in body. 谢己菩提, you are established in body. So in that way, it's very powerful. So I will read it again. We spend a lot of our time and energy decorating our presence, succumbing to pressures to improve our masks, and feeding the little bosses, making them more powerful like drug addicts. The more we try to satisfy the little bosses, the more we end up craving. The path to freedom is not self-improvement of somehow satisfying the self's agenda, but it's a dropping of the self's agenda altogether. Just drop it. Just leave it behind and not follow the boss instruction. All right, now let's go ahead. And I think these two paragraphs together, you please, Christina, to lead us to read it.
Some people fear that awakening their true nature will mean that they lose their individuality and enjoyment of life. Actually, the opposite is true. The unique individuation of the soul can only be expressed when the conditioned self is overcome. Because we remain asleep in the matrix, most of us never find out what the soul actually wants to express.
Exactly. Thank you so much. Brilliant. Now is your time, Aline.
Okay. And some people fear that the awakening their true nature will mean that they lose their individuality and enjoyment of life. Actually, the opposite is true. The unique individuation of the soul can only be expressed when the conditioned self is overcome. Because we remain asleep in the matrix, most of us never find out what the soul actually wants to express.
Wow,
Thank you.
perfect. Thank you so much. On your time, Jing.
Oh, okay. Some people feel that awakening their true nature will mean that they lose their individuality and the enjoyment of life. Actually, the opposite is true. The unique individuation of the soul can only be expressed when the conditioned self is overcome. Because we now live in the matrix, most of us never find out what the soul actually wants to express.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. Your time, Grace.
Yes, thank you. Some people fear that awakening their true nature will mean that they lose their individuality and enjoyment of life. Actually, the opposite is true. The
Unique. Let's check it.
unit
I think it's
The-
unique or unique.
unit
It's unique.
Unique.
unique 唯一的 keyword. Oh, unique.
Unique. You are yeah, you are a unique. The unique. Yeah, okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. The unique individuation of the souls can only be expressed when the conditioned self is overcome. Because we remain asleep in the matrix, most of us never find out what the soul actually wants to express.
Perfect. Yeah, thank you so
Right.
much. Yeah, express. Yes. Some people feel that awakening the true nature will mean that they lose their individuality and enjoyment of life. Actually, the opposite is true. The unique individuation of the self can only be expressed when the conditioned self is overcome. Yeah, because we remain asleep in the matrix, most of us never find out what the soul actually wants to express. So you can see that, yeah, sometimes yeah, people don't want to awaken. They want to awaken from the true nature because they say that in that way, everybody is the same and they will lose the unique individualism and blah, blah, in that way. Actually, because if we awaken the true nature, something happen differently, you see, and the unique individualism of the soul can only be expressed when the conditioned self is overcome, because the conditioned self sometimes is a limitation to you and you cannot express the unique individuation based on the true nature. Actually, the true nature is the same. Everybody has the true nature, the same true nature. But yeah, if you like to express your unique individuation, you need to give up to overcome the conditioned self. Otherwise, you cannot express the unique thing. Yeah, totally, completely. So in that way. So why that? Yeah, it also says because we remain asleep in the matrix. Most of us never find out what the soul actually wants to express. If we are not awakened, definitely we don't know what the soul wants to express. We are in a maze. So that's it. And so we cannot express our unique individuation. Now let's go ahead with another paragraph. You please, yeah, Christina, to lead us.
The path to Samadhi involves meditation, which is both observing the conditioned self, that which changes, and realizing your true nature, that which does not change. When you come to your still point, the source of your being, then you await further instructions without any insistence on how your outer world has to change. Not my will, but higher will be done.
Yes, perfect. Yeah, your time, Aline.
Okay. And the path to Samadhi involves meditation, which is both observing the conditioned self, that which changes, and realizing your true nature, that which does not change. When you come to your still point, the source of your being, then you await further instructions without any insistence on how your outer world has to change. Not my will, but higher will be done. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. And your time, Jing, you please.
Okay. The path to Samadhi involves meditation, which is both observing the conditioned self, that which is changing, and realizing your true nature, that which does not change. When you come to your still point, the source of your being, then you will wait for the instructions without any insistence on how your outer world has to change. Now, not my will, but how will be done.
Perfect, Jing. Yeah, thank you so much. Now it's your time. Ellie. Hello, Ellie.
Oh, hi. The path to Samadhi involves meditation, which is both observing the conditioned self, that which changes, and realizing your true nature, that which does not change. When you come to your still point, the source of your being, then you await further instructions without any insistence on how your outer world has to change. Not my will, but higher will be done. But higher
Yes.
will be done. Oh,
Even
thank you.
higher will be done. Yes, you are right. Perfect. And hello, Ida, would you like to try next time? I'm not sure.
Okay.
Okay, you please.
The path to Samadhi involves meditation, which is both observing the conditioned self, that which changes, and realizing your true nature, that which does not change. When you come to your still point, the source of your being, then you await further instruction without any insistence on how your outer world has to change. Not my will, but higher will be done.
Wow, perfect.
Sorry.
Your English
Yeah.
is really good. Thank you so much for your attendance. And now, your time, Grace, you please do read it again.
Yeah, thank you. The path to Samadhi involves in meditation, which is both observing the conditioned self, that which is changed, and realizing your true nature, that which does not change. When you come to your still point, the source of your being, then you await further instructions without any insistence on how your outer world has to change. Not my will, but higher will be done.
Wow, yes, perfect. Thank you so much, Grace. Yeah, you read it so well. And we'll read it. The path to Samadhi involves meditation, you can see. Yeah. Actually, meditation is the way, the path to samadhi. The path to samadhi involves meditation, which is both observing the conditioned self. So what kind of conditioned self? Yeah, what is it? Yeah, that which changes. Yeah, it means the conditioned self changes. And another thing is, and realize your true nature. Through samadhi, you need to realize your true nature. So what does true nature mean? What is it? It means, it does not change. If something does not change. When you come to your still point, the source of your being, still point, the source of being, also named the true nature. Then you wait for the instructions without any insistence on how your outer world has to change. It means you just wait and you just stop here. Yeah, stop, establish yourself at the point, at the still point, at your being. Then something happened to you without any without any insistence on something. No need for you to keep on doing something, just wait. And you can see not my will, but higher will be done. Not my will, it means not your wishes, your desire or something else. And beyond this, something higher will be done. Will be done in meditation, in samadhi. So in samadhi, we can see which is both observing conditioned self and your true nature. So there are too many things we need to do, and also in our daily lives, we also need to realize and to observe the conditioned self and what the changeable world, the changeable phenomena. We need to pay more attention to them, but separate ourselves from them, and we can observe them. Otherwise, we cannot observe because we are united one, and we are one. We cannot see from a distance, from a opposite position. So we need to keep distance with it. We need to observe it in an opposite position. So that's it. And let's go ahead with another paragraph. Christina, you first.
If the mind only tries to change the outer world to conform with some idea of what you think the path should be, it is like trying to change the image in a mirror by manipulating the reflection. To make the image in a mirror smile, you obviously can't manipulate the reflection. You have to realize the you that is the authentic source of the reflection.
Yes. Yes, interesting, very interesting, right? Actually, they told us we need to change something from the source, not the phenomenon. Your time, please, Aline.
Okay. If the mind only tries to change the outer world to conform with some idea what you think the path should be, it is like trying to change the image in a mirror by manipulating the reflection. To make the image in the mirror smile, you obviously can't manipulate the reflection. You have to realize the you that is the authentic source of the reflection. Thank you.
Perfect. Manipulate. Let's check it. I don't know how to pronounce it as well. Manipulate, yes.
Manipulate.
Yes, thank you for your attention. Manipulate. Thank you, Aline. Now it's your time, Jean. You please.
Oh, okay. If the mind only tries to change the outer world to conform with some idea of what you think the path should be, it is like trying to change the image in a mirror by manipulating manipulating the reflection to make the image in a mirror smile. You obviously can't manipulate the reflection. You have to realize to you that is the authentic source of the reflection.
Wow, perfect. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Ellie, you please.
Okay, thank you. If the mind only tries to change the outer world to conform with some idea of what you think the past should be, it's like trying to change the image in a mirror by manipulating the reflection to make the image in the mirror smile. You obviously can't manipulate the reflection. You have to realize the you that is the authentic source of the reflection.
Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, thank you so much. And your time, Ada.
Okay. If the mind only trying to change the outward to comfort with some idea of what you think the past should be, it is like trying to change the image in a mirror by manipulation the reflection to make the image in the mirror smile. You obviously can't manipulate the reflection. You have to realize that is authentic source of the reflection.
Perfect. Thank you, Ada. Yes. So it means that yeah, we always want to change our outer world. Is it possible? Actually, it cannot because the source for the outer world is not from the outer world themselves. It's from our inner world, from us. And just as if we find out the source, we need to change it from the source. So that's it. Otherwise, it's just like trying to change what the experience, the manifestation in the mirror. Actually, you cannot. Yeah, you need to. Yeah, you say you cannot manipulate the reflection. You have to realize that you is the authentic source of the reflection. If you want the reflection smell, yeah, you need to smell because you are the source. Yeah. And if we want to change the outer world, actually it's infant, and you cannot change it. You need to change the inner world because all the outer world is just the reflection of our true self, of our inner world. So that's it. Now I will read it again. If the mind only tries to change the outer world to conform with some idea of what you think the past should be, it is like trying to change the image in a mirror by manipulating the reflection. To make the image in a mirror smile, you obviously cannot manipulate the reflection. You have to realize the you that is the authentic source of the reflection. Now let's go ahead with another paragraph. And yes, Christina, you guys, please.
Once you realize the authentic self, it doesn't mean that anything on the outside necessarily needs to change. What changes is the conscious, intelligent, inner energy or prana, which is freed from conditioned patterns and becomes available to be directed by the soul. You can only become aware of the soul's purpose when you are able to watch the conditioned self and its endless pursuits and let them go.
Yes, let them go. Yeah, very strict. And your time, Aline.
Yeah. Once you realize the authentic self, It doesn't mean that anything on the outside necessarily need to change. What change is the conscious, intelligent inner energy of prana, which is freed from conditioned patterns and becomes available to be directed by the soul. You can only become aware of the soul's purpose when you are able to watch the conditioned self and its endless pursuits and let them go. Let them go.
Yes, so directly let them go. Okay, thank you so much, Aline, and your time, Jing. You please.
Okay. Once you realize the authentic self, it doesn't mean that anything on the outside necessarily needs to change. What changes in the conscious, intelligent, inner energy of prana, which is freed from conditioned patterns and becomes available to be directed by the soul. You can only become aware. You can only become aware of the soul's 这个读什么
Purpose.
purpose.
Yes.
Okay. When you are able to watch the conditioned self and its endless pursuits and let them go.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Yeah, Ellie, your time, please.
Okay, thank you. Once you realize the authentic self, it doesn't mean that anything on the outside necessarily needs to change. What changes is the conscious, intelligent inner energy or prana, which is freed from conditioned patterns and becomes available to be directed by the soul. You can only become aware of the soul's purpose when you are able to watch the conditioned self and its endless pursuits and let them go.
Yes,
Thank you.
right. Yeah, it's full of energy. I think it's full of power, this paragraph. Okay. And your time, Ada, you please to read it again.
Okay. Once you realize the authentic self, it doesn't mean that anything on the outside necessarily needs to change. What changes is the conscious, intelligent inner energy of prana, which is free from conditioned patterns and become available to be directly by the soul. You can only become aware of the soul purpose when you are able to watch the conditioned self and its endless pursuits and let them go.
Perfect. Yes, thank you so much. Grace, you please.
Yes, thank you. Once you realize the authentic self
Authentic.
is that
Authentic.
authentic self, it doesn't mean does anything or does anything on the outside necessarily need to change. What changed is the conscious intelligent inner energy or prana, which is freedom, which is freed from conditioned patterns and become available to be directed by the soul. You can only become aware of the soul purpose when you are able to watch the conditioned self and its endless process and let them go.
Wow, yes,
Yes,
fantastic. Yeah, do you think so? Yeah, this paragraph just led us to separate the two self, from the outside, and you can see, you can be aware of the soul's purpose, and it means that you establish yourself in the true self, and you can you are able to watch the condition self and its endless pursuits. Yes, always craving something, craving for food, craving for power, craving for everything. So just let them go. So according to our comment, Benny's instruction, and I think they are in coincidence, that the same. So I will read it again. Once you realize the authentic self, it means true self as well. They use the different word, but they have the same meaning. Once you realize the authentic self, it doesn't mean that anything on the outside necessarily. I will check it again. Check it again. Necessarily. Okay, necessarily. Yeah, it doesn't mean that anything on the outside necessarily needs to change. What changes is the conscious, intelligent inner energy of prana, which is freed from conditioned patterns and becomes available to be directed by the soul. What changes? So what kind of change? Yeah, your consciousness. What changes is inner energy. You can see. Just use the conscious, intelligent inner energy. I actually, what changes is the energy of prana, which is freed from conditioned patterns, and actually is absolutely independent and not depends on the conditioned patterns. So these things can change, and become available, and becomes available to be directed by the soul. It means, in that way, you separate them. You separate the authentic self from others, from the outer. You can be directed by something, and by the soul. It means by your spirit. You can only become aware of the soul's purpose. You know what the real thing, the real thing you want to. When you are able to watch the conditioned self and its endless pursuits. So in that way, you separate yourself, your true self, authentic self, from the conditioned patterns, and then you are able to watch the conditioned self its desires, and its pursuits also, and its desires. And if you separate them, these two, and just let the condition patterns, the desires, the endless pursuits go, it's very easy not to follow them. So that's it. Now let's check it. Okay, there are 6 minutes left. I think, Christina, please go ahead for another paragraph, you please.
In Greek mythology, it was said that the gods condemned Sisyphus to repeat a meaningless task for all eternity. His task was to endlessly push a boulder up a mountain, only to have it roll down again. The French existentialist and Nobel Prize-winning author Albert Camus saw the situation of Sisyphus as a metaphor for humanity. He asked the question, how can we find meaning in this absurd existence?
Yes, exactly. These parables and also metaphors, and let us know that the condition patterns are meaningless. All right, your turn. Aline, you please to go ahead.
Okay. In Greek mythology, it was said that the gods condemned Sisyphus to repeat a meaningless task for all eternity. Eternity. Okay. His task was to endless push a boulder up a mountain, only to have it roll down again. The French existentialist existentialist, a Nobel Prize winning author, Albert Camus saw the situation of Sisyphus as a metaphor for humanity. He asked the question, how can we find the meaning in this absurd existence?
Yes.
Okay, thank
How
you.
can we find meaning in this absurd existence? Okay, and your time, Jin, you please.
Okay. In Greek mythology, it was said that the gods condemned Sisyphus to repeat a meaningless task for all eternity. His task was to endlessly push a boulder up a mountain, only to have it roll down again. The phrase existentialist and Nobel Prize winning also Albert Camus saw the situation of Sisyphus as a mental for humanity. He asked the question, how can we find meaning in this absurd existence?
Wow, perfect. Yeah, it's a bit hard, right? All right, and so it's your time, Ellie.
Thank you. In Greek mythology, it was said that the gods condemned Sisyphus to repeat a meaningless task for all eternity. His task was to endlessly push a boulder up a mountain, only to have it roll down again. The French existentialist, a Nobel Prize winning author, Albert, the situation of Sisyphus as a metaphor for humanity. He asked the question, how can we find meaning in this absurd existence?
Yes, perfect. Ada, you please.
In Greek mythology, it was said that the god condemned Sisyphus to repeat a meaningless task for all and eternity. His text was to endless push a boulder up a mountain, only to have it roll down again. The French existentialist and the Nobel Prize winning author Albert Camus saw the situation of Sisyphus as a metaphor for humanity. He asked the question, how can we find the meaning in this absurd existence?
Yes, perfect. Thank you. And Grace, your time, please.
Yes, thank you. In Greek mythology, it was said that the good condemned Sisyphus to repeat a meaningless task for all eternity. His task was to endlessly push the boulder of a mountain, only to have it roll down again. The French existentialist
Existentialist, existentialist.
existentialist and Nobel Prize winning author Albert Camus saw the situation,
Yes.
saw the situation of Sisyphus as a metaphor for humanity. He asked the question, how can we find meaning in this absurd existence?
Exactly. Yes, we can go ahead with this paragraph tomorrow, okay? It's very interesting because there is a metaphor within. Actually, we need to ask the same question to ourselves. What can we find meaning in this absurd existence? It means in this world, in this illusory world. So this one as a metaphor. Actually, everybody do the same thing, and the meaningless task for all eternity. For all eternity, it also means always, yeah, all the time, all the place, do the same thing, meaningless. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for your time, everybody. And especially Christina, thank you for coming to attendance us on site. So that's it. See you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.